Hello guys, welcome back to Warren's Model Aircraft. This is update 3 I think on the BF109E1 by Edward. I've done quite a bit since my last YouTube update. I've masked it all up on the top side. Both the camos done on the top, the black green and the dark green. I've done the primer coat, what was in aluminium. Then I put the two camouflage coats on, as I've just said, the dark green and the black green. That's been scratched, chipped, and the chippings on I put it on all the panel lines, which I'll show you in a minute. It's had two coats of varnish on it. The final varnish I'm going to put on at the end will be a matte. I've put quite a few decals on as well. There's a few more decals to go on, which I'm going to have a go later, and then I'm going to start doing the masking up the canopy, ready for painting that. I'm going to do some hairspray method on that as well. On the undercarriage there isn't a lot to it now. There's just a couple of aerials, the actual wheel stems for the wheels. I've got to paint up, and there's just a few little bits and pieces really. There's not much on it, there's not many decals on it, there's not much on the undercarriage, there's no ordnance or anything. So in the next 4 or 5 days this should be finished. There will be some slideshows of my progress with doing the hairspray method and the camo and the masking, which I'll show you, and I'll give you a quick glimpse of the BF109E1. I'm quite impressed with it. I'll give you a quick look. There we go, boys. This camera's a bit wonky at the moment. There we go. I'll zoom in a bit. There you go. You can see that where I've done the scratch panels on. You can see it all in there. I've done it all round. What I did is I just applied the aluminium on. Once I did that, I pre-shaded it as well. I put 2 coats of varnish on the top of it, let that dry. When it was dry, I did the lighter of the green colour, sprayed it all over in that, masked it up, put the black green on. Then I let that dry, and then what I did is I just dabbed water like across here and down there, for instance. Let that soak in for a couple of minutes, and when that had soaked in for a couple of minutes I got a cocktail stick, and all I did is I scored the cocktail stick along the panel lines so it revealed the silver paint. And then when I finished doing that, I then just like did a bit of extra chipping off the panel lines, if you know what I mean. That's all there is to it. Obviously I haven't done these because these weren't made of metal, these were fabric, which one of my friends told me. I'll zoom in on this so you can get a better look of it. Move the camera over a bit. Don't want to go too far because it stops zooming. There you go. That's what I've done on the chipping. I've gone all around these bits, these areas here, scored all the panel lines. I've done down here as well, across here. Obviously this has got a clear coat on at the moment, but this is actually going to be matte coated at the end. So I'm quite happy. If I bring this camera down, it might pick them up a bit better. That's it. As low as it's going to go. And weathering wise, I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I'm quite happy with the effect I've got at the moment. You know, I've got the pre-shading coming through, acting as like a weather tonal variation. I've also got the chipping on all the panel lines. So I might do a weathering. I might do a weathering on the underside, a weather wash, a flory wash on the underside, but the top side I think I'm going to leave it. The top side I'm going to leave it as it is, I think, because I can't do a pin wash on it. So if I do a pin wash, I'm going to start hiding the chipping that I've done. So I might just leave it as it is, just put a matte coat over it and call it finished. Right, the engine is done under there, obviously. There you go, you can see it's chipping a bit better now. That's what I've done. And I'm using some new decal solution for hiding right. I'm using this stuff. Absolutely fantastic. This is Mr. Mark Setter Neo. I've got no silvering whatsoever. I've always had problems with silvering somewhere down the line, but I've used this and then put that on the top. Everyone knows what that is. And I've had no silvering whatsoever when using this stuff. Nothing at all. Highly recommended to use that. And it's not that expensive. It's only about £7. Right then. Right then, guys. Hope the camera's set right. There we go. Right then, guys. Thank you very much for watching update 3. I'm sure it's update 3. I can't remember. I've been putting a lot of things on my Facebook page, my what's it called now, Strike Eagle model sharing site. If you haven't been on there, please go and have a look on there. A lot of interesting work on there. Quite a few of the lads from YouTube who got new accounts on there. There's quite a few people on there. There's UK Scale Modeler, there's Lenny Pro, Model Pro 72, he's on there, I'm on there, Frankie Day's on there, Nigel Wells, he's on there, Steve, the Hanger Deck, his site's called. There's lots and lots of modelers on there. It's really, really good. So I do recommend that you go on there. Enough of me waffling on. I'm going to shoot off. So I'll catch you all on the next video.